April Falcon Doss, Cyber Privacy, Who Has Your Data and Why You Should Care. In the age of the internet, personal data is collected and used continually by tech giants. Cyber Privacy, Who Has Your Data and Why You Should Care by April Falcon Doss explores the landscape of data collection, privacy, and its implications on individuals. Within this book summary, users can expect insights into the extent of data tracking undertaken by these big tech firms and how this information is used for profit and influence. From store loyalty programs to the omnipresent Facebook, Amazon, Apple, and Google, the summary sheds light on the current state of data protection, digital privacy, and the roles of legislation and education in safeguarding individuals' privacy rights.
The power of big data. Nowadays, people create personal data online at an unprecedented rate, and tech companies collect this information, compile it into marketable data sets, and analyze it with sophisticated tools, generating highly accurate predictions of customer behavior. Thus, big data enables businesses to understand individual preferences in greater detail than ever before. Take the supermarket industry. In the past, marketers could only assess roughly how popular a promotion was, but store loyalty programs allow them to track exactly what customers buy and when, providing treasure troves of data. The rise of big data is made possible not by changes in the nature of data but by computing advances. Computer processing power doubles every 18 months, with capacity jumping a trillion-fold between 1955 and 2015. Big tech can analyze vast amounts of information, with the world's internet users performing 5 billion searches daily as of 2018. By then, an estimate suggested that some 90% of all data had been created and harvested in just 2 years. The price of privacy. A study shows that people are willing to sacrifice privacy for as little as $2. Consumers are often unaware of the privacy options when using digital platforms, and companies profit by collecting and selling users' data to advertisers. The value of data-intensive services includes privacy, whether acknowledged or not. The more you use free services, the more they know about you. Big tech's all-seeing eye. Amazon, Apple, Facebook, and Google possess a staggering amount of information about people's lives, from their entertainment preferences to political and religious beliefs. While U.S. regulators have struggled to address this issue, consumer tracking remains largely unknown to most people. Consumers should assume that every online move they make is being closely monitored by big tech. Although the U.S. government has taken a hands-off approach to this issue, the European Union's antitrust authorities pursue regulatory measures against big tech. This unequal approach is raising concerns about the lack of privacy protection for American consumers. Algorithmic biases. In this modern age, algorithms are becoming a force that provides solutions to various issues, from predicting crimes before they happen to analyzing data and patterns in crisis text line. However, while algorithms provide useful solutions, they are not perfect and often create biases. Such biases can lead to situations like an Amazon hiring algorithm overwhelmingly recommending white male candidates, or a tool that predicts pre-criminal offenders' recidivism being less accurate than human parole officers. The risk of replacing free will in addressing mental health or re-entering society after imprisonment is also high. Nonetheless, the crisis text line has used data analysis to manage 15,000 text messages a day and found that people are more likely to disclose information via text than in person. They were also able to identify that episodes of anxiety peak at 11 p.m., and self-harm is most likely at 4 a.m. Thus, we must acknowledge that algorithmic biases should be given attention to avoid potential serious consequences for users. The perils of spouseware. With the rise of location tracking technology, stalking has become easier for abusive partners to monitor their victims. This dangerous practice is known as spouseware and has become more prevalent in recent years. Despite its illegality, those with malicious intent continue to utilize these apps, illegally installing them on their partner's phone. In fact, studies have shown that over 25% of women in abusive relationships have discovered spyware on their phone. This practice has become so common that domestic violence shelters urge residents not to use social media platforms like Facebook due to its high location tracking capabilities. The apps are incredibly powerful and can provide location data, recordings of phone calls, text messages, photos, keystrokes, and internet search histories. While it is legal for a parent or employer to track a child or employee respectively, stalking is never legal in any situation. Nevertheless, U.S. courts rarely prosecute illegal stalking cases. It's time for our legal system to catch up with technology and protect victims from the illegal activities of their stalkers. Power struggle in the age of technology. The United States has yet to adopt full surveillance practices like China and Russia, but the Trump administration aggressively invaded privacy without legal warrants. Cloud computing and big data have expanded law enforcement's ability to examine personal information. The Department of Homeland Security increased warrantless searches of electronic devices during the Trump years, asserting executive power and compromising privacy. The Fourth Amendment protects against unreasonable searches, but travelers have little choice but to comply with Border Patrol officers' demands, including providing social media passwords. This power struggle over privacy and security highlights the need for a balance between individual rights and national security. Privacy protection policy. The book suggests that protection of individual privacy is primarily a responsibility of government agency regulators, policymakers, and legislators. Lawmakers must define privacy invasion, limit government surveillance, and strike a balance between free speech and individual privacy. Furthermore, the book recommends adopting a data security regulation similar to environmental protection, training people to detect data-driven manipulation, and prohibiting companies from divulging identifying consumer information. The book emphasizes the need for comprehensive privacy laws and consumer education programs to ensure the protection of personal data.
As data collection continues to grow at an unprecedented rate, the significance of digital privacy becomes increasingly crucial. The book highlights the steady transition from traditional methods of data handling to the potentially concerning tech-fueled surveillance we face today. It emphasizes the vital role of government agency regulators, policymakers, and legislators in protecting individuals from illegal exploitation of their personal information. By offering a comprehensive understanding of data collection and privacy, this book summary challenges readers to be vigilant and consistently evaluate the notion of privacy in our evolving digital world. It is a timely reminder of the delicate balance between data-driven innovation, profit margins, and individual autonomy.